Right now, without a single symptom. Prediabetes is destroying 5 of your most vital organs. Your heart, your kidneys, your eyes, your nerves, your liver. Not slowly, not eventually, right now, today. And the most terrifying part, you cannot feel it happening. But here's what nobody tells you. Every single organ that prediabetes is damaging has a food that heals it, a specific food, a specific mechanism, a specific signal sent directly to the cells of that organ to stop the damage and begin the repair. Welcome to Cellfresco. One belief drives everything we do here. Every cell has a healing food. Today we prove it, organ by organ. In March 2026, Johns Hopkins University published a landmark study confirming what researchers have suspected for years. Prediabetes is not a warning sign of future damage. It is the damage, happening silently, right now, in 115 million people. And here is what makes this so devastating. Most people with prediabetes feel completely normal. No pain, no obvious symptoms, just a slightly elevated blood sugar reading that most people brush off. But inside your body, at the cellular level, high blood sugar is doing something insidious. It is coating your blood vessels like sticky syrup, narrowing them, stiffening them, cutting off the oxygen and nutrients that your organs need to survive. Yale Medicine calls these silent events, silent heart attacks, silent kidney damage, silent vision loss, silent nerve death, all happening right now, while you feel perfectly fine. Here is exactly what we will cover today. First, we will look at each of the 5 organs prediabetes damages and explain exactly what is happening at the cellular level inside each one. Second, for each organ, we will reveal the specific food that sends a healing signal directly to those damaged cells and begins the repair. Third, we will give you a complete daily diet protocol that protects all 5 organs simultaneously, starting tomorrow. And finally, we will summarize the key takeaways so you leave this video with a complete action plan. Let us begin. Organ 1. The heart. Your heart is a muscle, and like every muscle in your body, it needs a clean and constant supply of blood. But prediabetes coats your coronary arteries, the vessels that feed your heart, with a sticky layer of advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These compounds form when excess blood sugar binds to proteins in your vessel walls, making them stiff, narrowed, and inflamed. The result: your heart has to pump harder to push blood through increasingly narrow vessels. Your blood pressure rises, your heart muscle thickens, and the risk of a heart attack, even a silent one with no symptoms, increases dramatically. Research from Johns Hopkins confirms that prediabetes significantly elevates the risk of heart failure, even before blood sugar reaches diabetic levels. Organ 2. The kidneys. Your kidneys filter your blood 24 hours a day, cleaning out waste, balancing fluids, and producing hormones. They do this through millions of tiny filters called glomeruli, when blood sugar is chronically elevated, even at pre-diabetic levels. These delicate filters become damaged. The walls of the glomeruli thicken. They leak proteins into the urine, a condition called microalbuminuria, one of the earliest signs of kidney damage. Research published by the NIH confirms that adverse effects on kidney blood vessels begin at the pre-diabetes stage, not after full diabetes develops, and once kidney cells die, they do not regenerate. Every day of untreated prediabetes is a day of irreversible kidney damage. Organ 3. The eyes. Behind your eyes, in your retina, there are millions of microscopic blood vessels. These vessels are among the most delicate in the entire human body, and they are exquisitely sensitive to blood sugar levels. When blood sugar rises, even to pre-diabetic levels, these tiny vessels begin to weaken and leak. The retinal cells they are supposed to nourish begin to starve. This is the beginning of diabetic retinopathy, and research confirms it starts at the prediabetes stage, years before most people are even diagnosed with diabetes. The terrifying part, you cannot see it happening. Vision loss from prediabetes is completely silent until significant damage has already occurred. Organ 4. The nerves. Your nervous system runs through your entire body, from your brain to the tips of your fingers and toes, and your nerves depend on a steady supply of oxygen delivered through tiny blood vessels called vasa nervorum. When blood sugar is elevated, these tiny vessels are damaged. Your nerves begin to starve. They send confused signals. You feel tingling, numbness, burning, or sometimes nothing at all. This is peripheral neuropathy, and research confirms that nerve damage begins in pre-diabetic individuals, not just in full diabetics. Once nerve fibers die, they rarely recover. The damage is largely permanent. Organ 5. The liver. Your liver is your body's primary metabolic organ, processing everything you eat, regulating blood sugar, and producing vital proteins. But when insulin resistance develops, Your liver begins to accumulate fat. This is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and it affects up to 70% of people with prediabetes. The fat accumulation is not passive. It actively drives more insulin resistance, creating a vicious cycle where the liver damage makes the prediabetes worse, and the prediabetes makes the liver damage worse. 5 organs, all under silent attack, right now. But here is the truth that changes everything. Each of these 5 organs has a food that heals it, and the healing happens at the exact cellular level where the damage is occurring. Food for the heart, dark chocolate and flavanols. Pure dark chocolate, minimum 70% cocoa, contains compounds called flavanols. And flavanols do something extraordinary for your heart at the cellular level. They stimulate your blood vessel walls to produce nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens your arteries. This directly counteracts the stiffening and narrowing caused by prediabetes. Multiple studies have shown that regular flavanol consumption measurably improves blood vessel flexibility and reduces blood pressure. But the mechanism goes deeper. Flavanols also directly inhibit the formation of the AGE compounds that coat and stiffen your coronary arteries. They do not just treat the symptom, they address the exact cellular mechanism causing the damage. You are not eating chocolate. You are sending a nitric oxide signal to the cells of your coronary arteries, telling them to relax, open, and let your heart breathe again. 1 to 2 squares of 70% dark chocolate per day, every day. Food for the kidneys, blueberries and anthocyanins. Your kidneys are being damaged by inflammation, specifically the inflammatory molecules that attack the delicate glomerular filters. And blueberries contain some of the most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds found in any food, anthocyanins, at the cellular level. Anthocyanins directly suppress the NF-κB pathway, the master switch of inflammation in your body. When NF-κB is active, it floods your kidneys with inflammatory signals that damage the glomerular filters. Anthocyanins switch it off. Research has shown that regular blueberry consumption measurably reduces markers of kidney inflammation and oxidative stress, directly protecting the glomerular filters from the damage caused by elevated blood sugar. You are not eating berries. You are sending an anti-inflammatory signal directly to the filter cells of your kidneys, telling them to stand down from the attack. 1 cup of blueberries every day, fresh or frozen. Both work equally well. Food for the eyes, leafy greens, and lutein. Your retinal blood vessels are being starved and weakened by elevated blood sugar. And leafy greens, particularly spinach and kale, contain 2 compounds that directly protect retinal cells, lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds accumulate in the macula, the central part of your retina, where they form a protective pigment that filters damaging light and neutralizes the oxidative stress caused by elevated blood sugar. They also directly strengthen the tight junctions between retinal vessel cells, reducing the leakage that causes retinopathy. Research has shown that higher dietary intake of lutein and zeaxanthin is significantly associated with reduced risk of diabetic retinopathy. You are not eating spinach. You are building a protective pigment shield around the most delicate cells in your eyes. 2 large handfuls of spinach or kale, every single day. Food for the nerves, salmon and omega-3 with B12. Your nerves are losing their protective coating, a fatty sheath called myelin, due to the combined effects of elevated blood sugar and nutritional depletion, and salmon provides the 2 most critical nutrients for nerve repair and protection: omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin B12. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA, are the primary structural component of myelin. When you eat salmon, the DHA is incorporated directly into your nerve cell membranes, rebuilding the protective sheath that high blood sugar is destroying. Vitamin B12, abundant in salmon, is essential for the production of myelin and the maintenance of nerve conduction. B12 deficiency accelerates nerve damage in people with elevated blood sugar, and supplementing through food directly slows the progression of neuropathy. You are not eating fish. You're delivering the exact molecular building blocks that your nerve cells need to rebuild their protective coating. Salmon, 3 times per week minimum. Sardines and mackerel are equally powerful. Food for the liver, walnuts and polyphenols. Your liver is accumulating fat because insulin resistance is forcing your liver cells to convert excess glucose into fat. And walnuts contain a specific combination of nutrients that directly interrupts this process at the cellular level. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and polyphenols, particularly ellagic acid. These compounds activate a cellular pathway called AMPK, the energy-sensing enzyme in your liver cells. When AMPK is activated, it directly suppresses fat production. It also increases the liver cell's ability to burn existing fat, reversing fatty liver accumulation. Research has confirmed that regular walnut consumption significantly reduces liver fat content and improves markers of liver health in people with insulin resistance. You are not eating nuts. You're activating the AMPK switch inside your liver cells, turning off fat production and turning on fat burning. A small handful of walnuts every single day. Now let us bring this all together into one practical daily protocol that protects all 5 organs simultaneously. Morning. The Organ Shield Breakfast. A large smoothie containing 1 cup of blueberries for your kidneys, 2 large handfuls of spinach for your eyes, 1 tablespoon of walnut butter or 6 whole walnuts for your liver, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed for additional omega-3 support, and unsweetened almond milk or water as the base. This single breakfast sends healing signals to your kidneys, eyes, and liver simultaneously, before you have even started your day. Lunch. The Cellular repair meal. Grilled salmon fillet for your nerves, a large green salad with additional lutein for your eyes, half a cup of lentils or chickpeas for blood sugar stability, olive oil and lemon dressing for anti-inflammatory fats. Afternoon snack. The heart healer. 1 to 2 squares of dark chocolate, minimum 70%, a small handful of mixed nuts. Dinner. The complete organ protocol. Grilled salmon or sardines if not at lunch, a large portion of sautéed kale or spinach with garlic, half a cup of quinoa or brown rice, roasted broccoli with olive oil, and what to eliminate immediately: white bread, white rice, sugary drinks, processed snacks, and fried foods. These are the exact foods that feed the AGE formation, damaging your heart, destroy your kidney filters, accelerate retinal damage, strip your nerve myelin, and drive fat into your liver cells. Every meal you eat is either adding to the silent damage or reversing it. There is no neutral food when you have prediabetes. Now let us summarize everything. Prediabetes is not waiting to damage your organs, it is damaging them right now. Silently. In 5 critical systems. Your heart, through age compounds stiffening your arteries, healed by dark chocolate and flavanol-driven nitric oxide. Your kidneys, through inflammatory attack on your glomerular filters, healed by blueberries and anthocyanin-driven inflammation suppression. Your eyes, through oxidative damage to your retinal vessels, healed by leafy greens and lutein building a protective pigment shield. Your nerves, through myelin destruction and B12 depletion, healed by salmon delivering DHA and B12 directly to your nerve cell membranes. Your liver, through fat accumulation driven by insulin resistance, healed by walnuts activating AMPK to switch off fat production and switch on fat burning. 5 organs, 5 foods, 5 healing mechanisms. This is not food, this is cellular medicine. Start tomorrow morning with the Organ Shield smoothie, blueberries, spinach, walnuts in 1 glass. 3 of your 5 organs begin receiving healing signals before breakfast is finished. That is the power of food when you understand it at the cellular level. If this video opened your eyes to what prediabetes is silently doing, and what food can silently undo, please give it a thumbs up right now. It helps more people find this channel and it means everything to us. Subscribe to Cellfresco, where every cell has a healing food, and every week we show you exactly which one. In our next video, episode 3 of the Prediabetes series, we reveal the gut connection, how your gut bacteria are secretly controlling your blood sugar, and the specific food that fixes both at the same time. I will see you in the next video. Keep healing, keep thriving.